Hello everyone. I hope you had a great holiday and everything is going okay in your winter break. But today I just wanted to continue studying together since the tests are still like coming the way. We don't want to stop and lose valuable time during this winter break. So it's just gonna be a short session, like 25 minutes to refresh our knowledge. And actually, today we're going to start a new package, which is triangles and trigonometry. It might sound scary, but let's get to it. Now, let's read question 1. In the diagram below, the triangle PQR, okay, PQR, um, R and Q are bisected by RB and QA. So first of all, I read this, I say, okay, bisected. Bisected just means, as I had explained before, that it is cut in half. So in this case, this side will be equal to this side. And in this case, this side will be equal to this other side. That's the meaning of bisect. Now, respectively, segments RB and QA intersect at point C. What is the value of x? So, what we could do, okay, first of all, we want to know the value of x, and the only angle that has an x is this angle right here. So my first thought is, okay, we kind of have this angle, and we're looking for this one. So we can use the sum of angles, like of this of a triangle, of this triangle right here. You guys understand what I'm saying? It's just that I'm really bad drawing. And then I get the value of x. So how can I do that? I need the measure of this angle and these angles first. So first of all, what I will do is that I know the measure of these angles, which is going to be 38, because they are equal, because this line is bisecting it. Now, I know the measure of this angle completely, because it's just the sum of these two angles. So 38 plus 38, 8 plus 8, 16, 3 plus 3 plus 1, 7, 76. And now, the measure of this whole angle will be just the addition of these two little angles, which are equal. So I will say that 76 plus 60 plus let's say Q, angle Q, equal 180 degrees. Why? Because I'm looking at the big angle, the big triangle. So this angle right here, plus this angle right here, plus this angle right here, will be equal to 180. So you can say, okay, equal to 180. So 76 plus 60 is 136 plus Q equal 180. So when I subtract 180 from both sides, 136 from both sides, I'm sorry, I get that angle Q equal 44. So this whole angle is equal 44. Now we know that AQ is bisecting angle Q. So it means that these two little angles are equal to each other. So I'm just gonna divide 44 by 2, and I get that this angle is 22 and this angle is 22. Now we have everything we need to get the value of x. So I could say that 38 plus 22 plus 3x, wait a second, 3x plus 21 equal 180. So I'm gonna say that 38 plus 22 is 60 plus 3x plus 21 180. 60 plus 21 is 81, so 3x plus 81 180. Now 180 minus 81, so we subtract 81 from both sides, so we get that 3x equal 99. So 180 minus 31. And now we divide both sides by 3 and we get that x is equal to 33. Wait. That's the value of x, 33. I know it might seem complicated, but just do a step by step and realize that what you're looking for is this and you need this angle, and then start to think what you can do to get the value of that angle. So let's see the second one. Let me just move this. Okay, better. In triangle ABC, okay, we don't see a triangle, so the first thing I'm gonna do is draw a random triangle. So triangle A, B, C. Measure of angle A is x, so this is x. Angle B is 2x plus 2, so 2x plus 2. And angle C is 3x plus 4. What is the value of x? So we have, this is an easy one. We have the three angles of a triangle, and we want to know the value of the x, which is the value inside of each of the angles, basically. But we know that the sum of the angles of a triangle is going to be 180 degrees. So if we say x plus 2x plus 2 plus 3x plus 4 equal 180 degrees, because of the property that the angles inside a triangle are equal 180. So now we have like likely terms x, 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 and then two like number. So I could say that x plus 2x is 3x plus 3x is a total of 6x. And now 2 plus 4 is just 6, so plus 6 equal 180. So I subtract 6 in both sides and I get that 6x equal 174. Now I could divide 174 by 6 and I get 29. And that's the value of x here. So 29. Now let's see question 3. Sorry. In the diagram below of triangle HQP, so HQP, perfect. HP is extended through PT. Through P to T, I'm sorry. Measure of angle QPT is 6x plus 20. So QPT is 6x plus 20, perfect. And HQP is x plus 40, is right there. And PHQ is 4x minus 5. Find measure of angle QPT. Okay, now this is a property that they tell me when I was doing geometry in my school. So I think they should also do it in your high school. And it basically established that whenever you have a triangle that is like that is like this, basically the opposite side, so these two sides, the addition of them will be equal this side. So in this case, I have this triangle and I have this line here. So the opposite, not the adjacent. You know that this form a semicircle, so it's not this one right here. So this is a semicircle, so we are not counting this one. So these two other angles that are not adjacent to that angle, the addition of them, the sum of them is going to be equal to that angle. And that's kind of makes sense. I will explain why, but then it will take too long for the video. Like where it comes from, so let's just memorize it. You can always do another step, but it's going to take like double time. So let's just know that every time you see this angle right aside the triangle. You know that the addition of the two angles that are not adjacent, that are not here, so it will be this angle and this angle. So these two angles together are going to be equal to that angle. So I will say then that x plus 40 plus 4x minus 5 are going to be equal 6x plus 20. So what I will say now, equal terms in this side, so x with x, and then 4 and 5, like number by number. X plus 4x is just 5x, so 5x. Now, 40 minus 5 is just 35, so plus 35 equal 6x plus 20. Now I'm going to subtract 5x from here, from each side, and subtract 20 from each side. So 5x minus 5x is nothing. 35 minus 20 is just 15. 6x minus 5x is just x. 20 minus 20 is nothing. So we get that x is equal 15. Now, we just got the value of x, but they are asking us for the value of QPT. So we're gonna do, we have like QPT is 6x plus 20. So I'm going to say, okay, x is 15, so 6 times 15 plus 20. 6 times 15 will be 120. 120 plus 20, it will be 140. Let's just make sure. Oh, it's 90. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, that's 8. Never mind. So 90 plus 20, 110. Sorry about that. It didn't happen. Either way, this is our answer. 110 is our answer. Yep. That's important. Always make sure your calculations are right. Either way, let's just continue. What is the value of x in the figure below? Okay. I know the answer and I know how to do it. It's just kind of difficult to explain why. But it basically for example, I don't remember the formula. There is a formula for it, but I don't remember the formula sincerely. But it basically that I know that the sum of these angles, of the angles outside of a triangle, are going to be 360 degrees. So basically, if I do this, I know that if I do this, and this, and then I kind of put them together, like it's not going to be exact because it's like a hand drawing from a circle. So, and the sum of the angle of the circle is 360 degrees. So I know that the angle here is going to be, 360 degrees. But that changes depending on the figure. This is only for the triangle. So the angles outside of a triangle is 160 degrees. For the other figures, there is a formula that I don't know right now. I put a video in the description explaining it. I'll do it. I'll do it right after I finish. I'm going to look for a video and I'm going to put the video in the description. I just right now know it by memory. But ignoring that, let's just work in the fact that I know this side plus this side plus this side is going to be equal to 360. So ax plus 16 plus ax minus 11 plus 6x minus 30 is going to be equal 360. Yeah, x, number. So 8x plus 8x is 16x, plus 6 is 22x. Okay, let me go back to the blue. Okay, 22x. Now, 16 minus 11 is 5, and 5 minus 3. You know, they have different signs, so we keep the sign of the greater one, which is going to be 30, so negative. 30 minus 5 is 25, so 25 minus 25. And this equal 360. Now we add 25 to both sides. So we get the 22x equal 385. Now I think I know the answer, but either way, 385 divided by 22, 17.5. So we divide by 22 in both sides and we get that x equals 17.5. And right here, you have your answer. Yep. Let's continue. Given triangle XYS with line K, okay, line K, containing point Y, and K is parallel to XC. So this line is parallel to this one, okay. Now, which statement we most likely use to prove that x plus xyz plus z equal 180 degrees. Okay. Measure of angle 1 equal measure of angle x. Let's just see. Okay, this is actually let's first establish if it is true or not. Okay, measure of angle equal measure of angle c. Okay, I will say this angle to this angle, and you see they are parallel, and I see that the figure there from is a Z. As I was explaining before, every time you see a Z, they are alternate angles, and alternate angles are equal. So, yes, angle 1 is equal to x, so this is true. Let's see, measure of angle 1 equal measure of angle 3. So it will be 1 and 3. No, we don't have any property that establishes those two are equal. They could be equal, but we don't have anything to prove it. So we are going to say that this is false, so this cannot be. Now measure of angle 2 equal 90 degrees. The same, like it could be 90 degrees, but we don't have anything like specific, any property to prove it, so false. Now measure of angle 2 plus c equal 180. Angle 2 per c. No, that's false as well, because these are only two angles inside a triangle, and two angles inside a triangle cannot be 180, because these three angles together are the ones that are 180. So this is also false. So based that the only one true is A, and this is our answer. And the reason is because they are alternate interiors angle, since they are inside the two lines. Yep, that's basically it. Now let's see, consider PQR. So PQR with AB parallel to PQ. Okay, this is parallel to this one. Let me make it straight. Perfect. Now, Rachel used the given figure to prove that the interior angles of a triangle add to 180. An incomplete proof is shown below. Okay, we need to complete this proof. Let's see. The given is that AB is parallel to PQ, so we are good with that. Now, measure of ARB, which is going to be this whole angle, is 180 degrees. Wait a second. 180 degrees, because of the definition of straight line, they are all consecutive or supplementary, or whatever you want to call it. So the measure of angle 3, 4, and 5 equal to 180. let's see which of the reason is better. Basically, let's keep reading. But right now I know it's not D because we are not substituting any values. I mean, they are not saying that we to be substituting we will need first to define that a measure of A or B is equal to this, and then we can substitute the value or use transitive property. Well, either way, we are not substituting any value here. For the other part, it's kind of tricky, so if you're not sure, just leave it at that. Let's see what is the answer then. So we get rid of D. D is not our answer. Let's continue. Okay. Now we have an statement, a missing statement. So let's see. If two lines are cut by a transversal, then the resulting alternate interior angles are congruent. So we're looking for alternate interior angle. So first, we know this is one of the second lines, and this is other of the second line. So if we're looking for alternate interior angles, wait a second. Okay, perfect. Now we're looking for we're looking for the Z. So when we are looking for the Z, we're going to do this, this, this. I see that it's angle 2 and angle 5. And in the other case, it will be like this. And the interior ones, the ones inside of the Z, are angle 1 and angle 4. So we know that 1 goes with 4 and 2 goes with 5. So 1 goes with 4, this is wrong, and 2 goes with 5. Okay, we're basically get rid of Z and get rid of A. So let's just make sure the reason 3 actually works before giving B as our final answer. So let's see. Then if we say that measure of angle 4 equal measure of angle 1 and measure of angle 5 equal measure of angle 2, that's our fourth statement. We can say the same, which is weird, but yeah, because we're giving a different reason. So now our reason is the definition of congruent. So now this is what I was telling for. This is substitution. We define that angle 4 equal to angle 1. So we can say substitute its value. We can this is what I was saying, we can get rid of angle 4 here. And we put the angle, and we just put the angle 1. And in this case, we can get rid of angle 5, and we just put angle 2. So yes, B is our answer. Now I'm going to do this last one, and then just finish so we don't spend a lot of time here since we are in break. We want to be with the family and everything. So first, the C, we know that QP equal QR. So right now, my mind is telling me that this is an isosceles triangle because it has two sides that are equal. And what happens with isosceles triangles is that the base angles are equal. So the angles that are between the base is the side that is different. The only side that is different, which is going to be this one. So the angles that actually are on the base, which are going to be this and this, are equal. So these two angles are equal. Now we're good with that. Perfect. The other thing I see is that I have a vertical angle here. You know, the X, as I have said before, the X or the some wash. So if I see this X right here, I know that these two angles are vertical angles, and since they are vertical angles, they are equal as well. So this angle is also going to be 70. And now, since as I said before, these two angles are equal, because they are base angles on an isosceles triangle. This side is also going to be 7. Now, based on that, I'm just going to do the basic 180 the definition. So all angles inside a triangle add up to 180 degrees. So I will say that 70 plus 70 plus x equal 180. So 70 per 7 is 140. So 140 plus x equal 180. Now we subtract 140 from both sides, and we get that x equal 40. So 180 minus 140 is just 40. So this is our final answer. And that's it for today. I hope you guys understood everything. I'm going to look for the video on this. I'm going to put it in the description, and I hope everything's okay and you guys had a great rest of the break. I'll see you next week. Bye.